Good day, everyone. So this is the exact schematic for the wireless power transfer device that is tuned to the sun. I'll see if I can focus it perfectly. And I will be adding a picture to YouTube of the exact schematic. It basically took principles of what Don Smith said, along with Tesla's wireless power system scaled down. And basically, it's a wireless power transfer system tuned to the sun, to the high frequency of the sun. Everything has to be in perfect resonance with each other. It's a little forgiving if you're around 2.8 to 3.2 megahertz. You'll see good luck with just the signal generator. You'll see about a 30 to 50 watt gain depending on how well tuned it is. The little 20 watt amplifier really helps it though. So I'll explain what's going on. Because at extremely high frequency, the energy flows on the surface of conductors and on outside the wires. So when this high frequency signal comes from the sun, it hits the surface of the earth and collects in the atmosphere, I believe, what I was reading on Wikipedia. And the other end of the charge, the negative charge, rides along the whole surface of the ground. Because it's a high frequency, it rides on the outside of the conductors. And that's essentially what we got going on here. And it's an energy harvesting system mixed along with a wireless power transfer system. And it's very simple, very elegant. And the amplifier, the 20 watt amplifier here helps a lot. He's right here, this guy. It's a, I think I got the number on the side. I'll have a parts list too in this video. I'm going to try and keep this video quick too, under 5 minutes, because I have no internet in this town other than cellular. This town sucks. So, here's the circuit. I'll post a picture too along with it. So basically what goes on, you have your signal generator, goes to your little 20 watt amplifier. Signal gen can't put out more than 15 watts. Amp can't put out more than 20 watts. It goes to your L2 of your transmitter. I'm sorry, it goes to your L1 of your transmitter. And the L1, you can tune the L1 with a picofarad capacitor on it. That determines your frequency. You would have to use an LCR meter to find the natural resonant frequency of the L1. And you could add a picofarad cap to complement that resonant frequency. Or you could add a picofarad cap to give you a little bit higher frequency to 3.2. But the little picofarad cap doesn't really even matter, because when you make your L1 a quarter the size of your L2, you're almost already guaranteed to be tuned. The little picofarad cap just gives you like a 15 to 20% boost in power. You don't really need it, but it helps a bit. The length of the L1 is 1.25 inches. The length of the L2 is 5 inches. And we leave a 1 inch gap on the end of the PVC pipe, so I stick my drill in there and I can wind it, and they're both wound in the same direction. Receiver coil is made the exact same way, except this time the high voltage, high amperage energy that's received from the air and the sun and the wireless power transfer system, it goes to the L2. We don't use the L2. The L2 kind of acts as a transformer, steps it down, then the L1 is what runs the load. The L1, same thing. You can add the picofarad cap. It's optional to get you tuned perfectly, but being quarter the size, it's almost perfectly tuned. The diodes that come off it, this was an interesting configuration. We have 2 inputs and 2 outputs off of each phase of the coil, you could say, or each end of the coil. This was a new discovery that I saw in a old Tesla book. I'll dig it up somewhere. I think it was The Inventions and Patents of Nikola Tesla, but I'll dig that up somewhere. So we basically have a double diode setup, and we combine the 2 inputs and the 2 outputs, and it more than doubles our power. I wouldn't even believe it if you told me that. And then we have this big electrolytic capacitor that stores the DC charge to run your load. It's a 400 volt 50 ultrafarad capacitor. And this is the load. It can be anywhere from 0 to 150 watts, depending on how well tuned you got this guy. And the beauty of this is because we're running it off the signal gen, we can tune it to where it's perfect. And that's what runs the load. And I'll zoom in down here. The parts list is the 1N4148 amplifier diode. You need those. There can be no exceptions in this circuit. You need every part here exactly the way it is. No exceptions. Picofarad tuning cap. It will accept the picofarad tuning cap. That's optional. You need the electrolytic 40 ultrafarad to 50 ultrafarad. 400 volt DC. We rate it higher than we need it for safety so it doesn't pop. And that's what runs the load. And we can run light bulbs to the point where they look like they're going to pop. The aluminum foil on top acts as a top load. That's optional. And yeah, I'll probably pause the video, make a second one showing it working. Or yeah, I'm just going to pause it, start a new video.